More videos for you lucky people. Aren't you special today? This weekend? Goddamn. Well, let's call it when you got a lot to talk about. You ramble on shit. Today, we're going to discuss a little bit about the gaming industry in this respect. The popularity or scarcity of titles versus the influence in the price of those games on down the line. Now then, let's begin. A lot of people in the gaming community, from where I sit, like to name a couple of websites to get games from. That's fine. One I always hear is eBay. Cool. No issue. My only issue comes when sometimes people price a game and it's for a ridiculous amount of money. Do you know someone actually has a excuse me, sealed and graded copy of Ninja Gaiden Trilogy for the SNES? And believe it or not, they were selling it for $450. Wow. I remember running that game, by the way, and I still remember how fucking hard it is. But, they were selling that for that. And then you got a game like Valkyrie Profile. Now, I'm going to mention the price that I've seen it on eBay for, and I want you to remember that price because later on down the line it's going to be important. The game, I've seen that game go for $300. And in some cases, and see, here's the thing. When I saw it go for $300, I think, if I remember correctly, it had the game, strategy guide, and I think a soundtrack that goes with it. But $300? Dude! I got a copy of the same game for $35! Well, $30, but you figure in the shipping and handling, so you add that in, $35. What's up? And then you go and you look at some of these other games, like the Art and Ellico games, for example. You know, like this. Now, this is obviously the third game in the series, and there are two others for the PS2. I actually had both of them on my notify list from East Starland. It was brought to my attention that the copy of the first game, and I looked this up, thanks to my good friend LMA, that game is going sealed for $150. So then I had to direct him to one of my favorite websites to go look for that game, because I want to see if they had a copy of the game, and if so, how much would it be? Well, they didn't, but they have it on notify. You can have them notify you, and it did, and the game will be around, I believe, $3, which I'm fine with. I would rather pay $30 for a used copy, which, by the way, it was a limited edition, and usually when East Starland sells limited editions, even if they're used, they're complete. Think about that. Because when they sold me my copy of Persona 3, it came with that, and the art book, and the game, which is what it's supposed to come with. But I only paid like $32 for it, Whereas if I wanted to buy a new copy off of Amazon, it was going to cost me an arm and a fucking leg. Try around $70. Unfortunately, what's happening, it seems, is sites like eBay are starting to influence the mainstreams, the e-tail stores like Amazon, because remember that $300 I mentioned that you could buy a copy of Valkyrie Profile for? Well, guess what, kids? You could buy a copy of Valkyrie Profile off of Amazon, brand new, sealed, and this is the original, for the same price. Now, there's another game, which I will not mention because it's actually my pickup, and I don't want to spoil it. Some of you already know, so shh. I saw this one game on Amazon for $170 new. So then I got to thinking, well, can I find that same game off of my good friends at eStar? Answer, but not for 170. Oh no. I'm finding this game for about 32. There's a difference of $140 here. Do you understand? So, what we're going to talk about today, and we're actually going to talk about this, and then I'm going to put up another video right after this one, where I'm going to talk about the difference between collectors and gamers, and why we sometimes have to, and why we need more gamers than collectors, but I'll get into that in a minute. Here's what I want to know. What are your thoughts on sites like eBay basically dictating the market to other sites for how much a game should be selling for? Because what's going to end up happening is a lot of these really underappreciated titles aren't going to be appreciated by the people, the working class people that, you know, how do I put this? They're not going to be appreciated by the working class people that will play the games. They'll be more appreciated by the high-end collectors. Not that that's a bad thing, but sometimes, and we'll get to this in a minute in the next video, collectors, some of you need to get a grip. But anyways, what are your again, the question is for this video, what are your thoughts on auction sites basically dictating the market to other websites? Now, by the way, mercifully, a copy of a greatest hits copy of Chrono Cross on one of my other favorite sites, Japan Video Games, only goes for $18. Now I know what you're going to sit there and go, wait a minute, Greatest Hits goes for, yeah, but it's an import store, and by the way, it is R1, not R2. Leave your thoughts below. I will see you in the next video in about 2 minutes after I punch in all the fun stuff for this one. See you in a few.